UNIV members, my name is Nabweteme Maria, a volunteer of Uganda Red Cross Society, Kampala East Branch. With me are fellow youth who picked interest in making doormats during the process of designing the prototype and carrying out feedback. My idea is to train youth, especially young women, girls, persons with disabilities, or with a hands-on skill of making doormats as of remaining self-sustainable. This is because the COVID-19 lockdown exposed many of them to unemployment, and many of the teenagers dropped out of school. According to the Uganda National Population Fund statistics, over 17% of the youth teenage pregnancies were recorded that year. And many of the young youth as well have been exposed to vices like prostitution, alcoholism, among others, exposing them to diseases like STDs, among others. The designing process of the prototype. To make a prototype, you need cotton mesh, rubber mesh, plastic mesh, or a sack. For this case, we use the sack to design our prototype, and all you need is just simple yarn and a hook to design your mat. Cut an 8 centimeter string and make a loop into the hole, and tighten your grip to come up with something like this. You have to follow the whole column. You can either write a name in the mat, or you can design any shape or different colors. The innovative tools I used were questionnaires, which I administered to a sample population of 120 youth in my community, whom I sampled, and from the questionnaires I received 70% positive feedback of the whole concept and how it will work. For the stakeholders like headmasters, KCCA, and the local council chairman, I used an interview guide, and from the questions and answers I received a positive feedback comprising of around 70%. My approaches were focus group discussions of youth aged 15 to 18 years and 19 to 25 years, and from these focus group discussions with the questions I received from the learnings and findings, doormats are easy to make. It takes 30 minutes to make them. They are durable. When you purchase it, you will use it for a very long time. Then also the materials are easy to get. For example, the sacks, instead of throwing them, we can recycle them to make doormats and any other art material. The future impact of this project will be positive in a way that over 1,000 youth and more will acquire hands-on skills, and they'll be able to be self-employed, because right now in Uganda there is a lot of unemployment. So many are being forced to go abroad to work because there are no jobs. But with this skill, they'll know how to. They'll be self-employed and self-sustainable. I will use the seed funding to set up a training center to train more youth to learn how to make doormats. This also even prevents them from dropping out of school. Why? Because they will even be having employment. Yes, they'll be inspired.